it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. So I started something in January. I'm going to try and do it every month this year, and I'm going to build a monthly makeup bin. The problem that I have had, and I noticed this as I was doing my declutter at the end of 2021, is that there's so much stuff and I never reach for it because, you know, something new comes in and it catches my fancy. And I forget how much beautiful stuff I have. So I am every month gonna build a monthly makeup bin. And I wanna show you what I put in mine for February. Because I use a smaller bin for January, I got the feeling about 10 days in that I didn't have enough options for me. So this time I pulled a few more products and I put them in a larger bin. I do have lipsticks in this little thing here because I just didn't have enough space in here. But let me show you what I put in there. I put in 2 primers this month. One of them is from Lancome. It's their Prep and Matte. This is a really thin, lightweight primer that I'm using primarily on my nose to help things stay where they are without starting to break up, because as a combo skinned gal, if my makeup's gonna break up anywhere, it's gonna start right here. The other primer I put in, you can use it as a primer, you could use it as highlight, is the Auric Glow Lust. I have the lightest shade in Morganite. I really fell in love with this product when it came in January, and I've been using it nonstop. So for foundation, my 2 current faves are these guys, the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation and the Beautiful Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. The Lisa Eldridge foundation is a little bit lighter weight and a little bit more skin-like, and I think it looks the most like skin. I am wearing it today, but I did use some pretty heavy-duty coverage with my concealer. This, I feel like, is a little bit glowier. And this is the product that I decided to add in this for because this breaks up around my nose at about 7 or 8 hours, and I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit more longevity from it. But this is a gorgeous, glowy, hydrating, comfortable foundation, and I feel like the longer I wear it, the more beautiful it gets if I can keep oils at bay right here. I am addicted to the Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius. I actually have another under eye corrector. I like the one from Charlotte Tilbury, but I use that for all of January. I'm like, back to my fave. So I've got this in here. And I have 2 concealers that I really like, but that I don't reach for that often. One of them is the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. And the other one is the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer. I love this one. You can see I'm more than halfway done with this. I think this is a beautiful one. The only problem I have, I would use this all the time and more if they had a lighter shade. I have the lightest shade in 200, but I don't know whether it's going to be light enough to work with this or with this. It's just a slightly different shade, and I think I'm gonna have some problems because, you know, one is a little bit more yellow in tone and one is a little bit pinkier in tone, and I'm gonna try and make it work this month. Another foundation that I have in my bin for this month is one that I have yet to try. It's been sitting here staring at me. It's from Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I'm hoping I have the right shade. I haven't even opened it yet. Oh yeah, that'll work. Maybe, let's hope so. It's shade 130 Opal. It's the shade that I was matched for on Sephora's website, but I will do a try on later this month. I put 3 powders in here. I normally like a dedicated under eye powder, so in that respect, I'm gonna be using the Beauty Pie One Powder Wonder. This looks beautiful under my eyes. It's what I'm wearing today. I like that it is slightly radiant and wears lovely, and you can just keep piling it on with a brush and you can never really see it. I forgot that I had this No Powder powder from Dior. It's a really nice powder product. It's a baked gelée. I feel like it works best for me if I use a natural hairbrush to pick it up, but I'm going to be reintroducing myself to this. And the last powder I have in here is still brand new. Haven't cracked into it yet, but it's this one. It's the Light Illusion powder from Flower Beauty. And this is their lightest shade in L1 Porcelain. I think this is going to be really nice. I've heard a lot of people say this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I'm super curious about it, but I'm looking for really beautiful products from the drugstore because, you know, we can't always be purchasing Dior. I felt like I didn't have enough bronzer options last month, and I felt like I was cheating when I was reaching for stuff that wasn't in my bin. So I gave myself a liquid, a cream, and a couple of powders. So for my liquid, I have the Glossier Solar Paint, and this is their lightest shade. I forgot how good the Fenty Beauty powder bronzer is. I would love to try the cream one, but this one is so good. I can actually see it has like a little divot here. This is beautiful. Need to be reaching for this more often. And then I threw something in there that I have fallen in love with. It's the Patrick Ta Duo, and it has a cream, kind of like a contouring cream here, and then a powder bronzer. I feel like this is a great way to be able to, you know, build some definition and then bronze. I normally, if I'm bronzing and contouring, I stick to my Wayne Goss, but I'm like, we're off Wayne Goss for a while. I love that palette, but let's try stuff that is great and in your collection and we don't want to lose track of. So Patrick Ta's in for this month. I also gave myself a lot of options when it came to blush. I pulled out one of the puff paints from Natasha Denona. This is the one in tan. I have been loving cream products. That's a little bit more liquid, the puff paint, but I also pulled this out. This is the Melt Cosmetics Blush Lights, and this is the shade Polished. That is in for this month. I also was like, oh, I forgot I had that. Remember the duos from Jouer? This one is in Adore. I had to look on the back. I used to remember like right off the top of my head, but I haven't used it in forever. But I like that you have a really light shade and a more buildable shade. I feel like this is a really great product. I just haven't been reaching for it. The last blush in here is from Pat McGrath. This is the second one I have. I picked up another one when I made a purchase in late December, and this is the shade Fleurtatious. It's the shade that I'm wearing today. I am trying so hard because I have a love affair with blush to use lighter shades because otherwise I look like I belong in the circus. Like I'm a clown and I'm okay with that because being an 80s gal, like I was raised in the 80s, I really have strong memories of high, drapey, intense blush. I realized that my fair skin looks just a little bit more attractive and not quite so stark if I use lighter tones. So I did pick this shade up. For highlight, I am giving myself 3 highlight options. The one that I am wearing today is from Flower Beauty. This is their Shimmer and Strobe highlight. I always hated the brush that came in here, and I would love it if they, you know, just made it look like this. Just give me the compact. Don't, you know, hold like a giant space for a brush that I threw away the instant I felt it because it was terrible. But the highlight in here, so pretty. I also threw in this. This is the Moonbeam highlight from M Cosmetics. It's their cushion highlight. I have been like nonstop reaching for their Sunscape kind of baked highlight, and I told myself, okay, let's remember what else we have. I like this best when I use a sponge or I use a brush. It does come with its own little like cushion applicator, but I don't like it that way. But I do like the shade and tone, so this is in my monthly bin. And the last one, I had to give myself permission to do it again. I haven't used it in a whole month, and my heart was so sad without my Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow. I know eventually, I'm already halfway through the bottle. I never use a product like this much, but I can't stop using it. So gorgeous. So I have a liquid, I guess 2 liquids, and a powder highlight for this month. I have a January birthday, and I did manage to pick up both birthday gifts from Sephora and Ulta. So from Sephora, I chose this. This is the Laura Mercier Cult Favorites. It has one of her loose powders, like a mini of the loose powder right here. That's gonna be in my bin for this month. And it also has a mini caviar stick. This, by the way, is the shade Strapless. I haven't used it yet. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, hello. So happy. The Ulta gift was a little bit unexpected. It was from Clinique. It's a full-size eyeliner. This is their Quickliner for eyes, and it comes in Intense Ebony. So it's just a gel liner. Looks like this. I am curious. There are so many products that I used to love from Clinique, but I don't remember buying an eyeliner from Clinique, I think since the mid-90s. Once I found other ones, I kind of didn't go back. I'm hoping this is really, really great. My mom loves this one and uses it all the time, but we'll see. I threw in a setting mist. This is the Luminous setting mist from Morphe, and this is more just kind of like a hydrating mist from Beauty Pie. This is their Jeju Daily, and I'm hoping that these are gonna help take away some of that powdery look, or like this one, when my face feels dry and tight later in the day, just give me a refresh. If we're talking eyeshadow for this month, the first one I have in here is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Be Mine palette. It's brand new from Sydney Grace. It looks like this. If you want to see me try on these shades and swatch the entire palette, I will link it for you here, as well as the description bar down below. Another palette that is kind of new to my collection is this one. This is the Zendo palette from Natasha Denona. This came in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. I will put that video for you in the description box as well. But I actually have been having fun playing with this. I feel like there are a lot of color combos in here I haven't reached for yet. So I want to keep it close and keep playing with it. One that I forgot how good it was and has just been sitting there is this. This is the Alva palette from Odin's Eye. So this is a little bit rosy and a little bit warm all at the same time. Like these yellowy shades, especially this marigold shade here, has been kind of calling my name. I know I love this kind of icy lilac-y lavender shade. So much fun. But the bronzes and kind of some of these blushy tones in here are so pretty. I remember loving every single look that I got while using this, but I haven't reached for it in a while. So in the box it goes for this month. Another one that is one that I haven't reached for in forever is this one. I don't even know that the Balm still makes this. This is the Meet Match Maker. And the reason I have it in here is it has these little duos. Of course, you could use any eyeshadow combo in here you want. You could use all 12 of them. But I like the idea, and I'll tell you, in January I did a lot of single shadow looks and was just moving from single shadow to 2 shadows. And I thought, if I want a fast but easy color combo, I'm gonna put this one in there because I do still like the formula from the Balm, and I do like these color combos, especially this one right here and this one right here. So I'm excited to wear more of this month. When I picked up this from Flower Beauty in January, I also happened to pick up this. This is the Desert Lights palette. I have never used it, and it's been a long time since I've tried any Flower Beauty eyeshadow. I think the last time I did, it was right when Flower Beauty launched and they had those quads. And I got one quad, and it really wasn't a color story that I liked or could use. I didn't go and try other products, but this, you know me, I love a shimmery eye. And then on top of that, these kind of rosy and nude tones. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so excited. I feel like, I won't do it, but they're so pretty. The last 2 palettes I have are these little Petitfour palettes from Viseart. I really like this green one here. This is the Peridot. I haven't worn it nearly enough, so that's going in. And I also, I don't know, I can't tell if this one is my favorite. This one is the Lilas palette, or if the Praline palette is my favorite. But I think these Petitfours are genius. I love a small palette, and a little quad like this makes me so happy. And look at those metallics. This is why I love this palette. So giving myself a warm option and a cool option. For mascara this month, I am throwing in 3 different ones. My favorite is the Monsieur Big. Every now and again, I'm like, I just have to wear what I love. And then 2 other ones that really feel like they're reminiscent of Monsieur Big, but they're not nearly as expensive. This one right here is the Last Princess Volume and Curl. This is under $5 and is beautiful. And also, I've been really liking the Beauty Pie Uber Volume Boost Velvet Mascara. I feel like the wands, this one is kind of close to a Monsieur Big wand, and the formula, it's a little bit drier, but it builds nicely on itself. I feel like the wand, well, I guess it's kind of similar too. Maybe it's all in the wand, because the one from Lancome, it's just chunky. I love these. I feel like I'm getting really good mascara looks from all of these. I will miss having a tubing mascara because I've been using the Pick Me Up mascara like a lot last month. This is for easy off at the end of the day, but I love the drama and the volume that I get from these guys. I do have 3 single eyeshadows. I have a cream from Sydney Grace. This one is called Dragonfly. I can't wait to wear this. It's kind of hard to see, but it is really metallic and I hear great things about these. It looks a little bit more green in person and a little bit more goldeny taupe here, but I'll be interested to see what this is like. I am keeping the Twin Flames from Danessa Myricks in for this month. This came, I think I've had it for like maybe 10 days. And I'm ready to keep playing with this. I know there's going to be a day in February where I'm going to be like, I don't have time to do a full eye look. I need something super easy. So I have this eye crayon from Beauty Pie in here. This is the shade Wild Violet and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is kind of like a Laura Mercier caviar stick. This is going to be my quick and out the door blend and go. I don't have a lot of eyeliners. I have that one from Clinique I'm trying. I am putting in the Persona 24/7 waterproof, which I love in my favorite shade brown. And then I'm replacing, I can't believe I'm doing this. I love the M Cosmetics illustrative liner, but I told myself you gotta try a different liquid liner. So I've had this one in my collection for a while. This is the Blickety Black Longwear liquid eyeliner from Hank & Henry. So those 3 liners are in there for this month. And when it comes to brow products, I told myself I am on a mission to finish up this brow pencil from Benefit. I also have forgotten how much I love the brow pen from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So that is in there. I have one of my favorite brow gels. This is the Glossier Boy Brow. And then one that I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this month. It's from L'Oreal. This is the Boost and Set Brow Stylist. I definitely felt like I didn't have enough options when it came to lip product last month. I did not give myself enough and I was not gonna be in that same boat this month because when you're a lipstick addict, you need your options. So I gave myself 3 glosses, one from Lisa Eldridge. This is the one in Muse. I also have one of my favorite formulas. This is the Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil from Beauty Pie in one of their summer limited edition shades called Sun Haze. And then I got this as a freebie when I made a purchase from M, I think back in December. And this is their clear gloss in quartz. I have 6 lip liners for February. One is a red shade. It's more of a tomatoey red from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Kiss and Tell. I have one of the Velvet Blur ones from M. This is the shade Kitten. I have 3 from Wayne Goss. This one is Cinnamon. This one is Natural Berry. And this one over here is Sepia. I love these Wayne Goss liners. I think this is my favorite liner formula. So I gave myself permission to reach for another Lisa Eldridge. This is the Enhance and Define in the shade Muse. I am putting in 3 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I forget how good Charlotte's formula is. This is one that's a bright red. And this shade here is Patsy Red. Looks like that. I'm also putting in this one. This is Very Victoria. It's very much a lightweight nude. It works with so many things. It's beautiful. And I think this is my most used nude is JK Magic. And it's a different formula because it's definitely a little shinier and the other ones are matte. I did want to reach for my Gucci lipstick. I have not reached for this hardly at all since I got it last spring, and it's such a shame because it's a beautiful formula. It's a glowy, glossy formula. This shade is Devotion, so that's going to be fun to pull out of my purse. I've been telling myself to not purchase any of the new Lancome L'Absolu Rouge lipsticks, but I do have one from before their reformulation. This is one that I love so much. This one is Nude Mirage, Beige Mirage. But it's really sheer, it's super comfortable on the lips. I feel like I have a lot of really beigey nude lipsticks this month. I'm throwing in the Wayne Goss lipstick in Lily, which is a pretty kind of pinky nude. Oh, they're all looking very similar. I hope I made a good choice here. And Hello Sailor from Lipstick Queen. This one's a favorite, but it's basically like a balm. It can go on looking a little blue at times, but then it turns to kind of like a really pretty purpley berry shade. It won't do it here on my hand as well as it does on my lips, but this is basically just like my comfortable balm for when my lips are feeling dry. I'm also throwing in one of my YSL Rouge Volupté Shine. This is the shade Rouge Lulu. It looks like this. I have a lot of really glossy, shiny lip products for this month, and I'm very excited about that. I am including 3 Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. This one here is one of my favorites. This is Velvet Blush Lightly, a pretty everyday kind of pinky mauve shade. One that's significantly deeper, this is Velvet Myth, and is more of a cranberry or mulberry shade. And then one of her luxuriously lucent lipsticks in the shade Kitten Mischief. So, oh dude, I think it's funny how similar this is to the other nudes in this lineup for the month. That's okay, different formulas, slightly different shades. The last thing that I have in here is this. This is gonna live in my purse this month. This is the Wet n Wild So Pouty Lip Gloss Balm. I don't remember adding this to my order from Ulta, but ooh, it feels kind of thick. It's just glossy, but it has kind of like a thick, I don't know. The other thing I notice is instantly it's not very secure in its packaging. This might not have been a good choice, but we'll use it to keep our lips hydrated this month, and I'll check back with you. I definitely feel like I have a ton of options for the month of February, and I didn't have enough options for January. So I don't know, maybe more is more. Maybe I will be overwhelmed by all of my options, but my goal is to keep just this here and put everything else away so that I don't get distracted or feel tempted to be pulling from the rest of my collection. I will make sure also to include all the new products that come in this month into my makeup bin. Hey, I would love to know, how do you handle a larger collection? Maybe you don't have a large makeup collection, but maybe you have a lot of nail polish. Maybe you have a lot of shoes or handbags. How do you make sure that you rotate through what you have to make sure everything gets to be seen and used and appreciated? I would love to know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.